Hey everyone, happy Friday! Here with Real Estate Moms Unscripted, and what a week it's been! Woohoo! I feel like that's like my opening all the time is what a week it's been, but I feel like that's also real estate life, especially in this day
Yeah,
and age, right? Like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
what a
I
week.
think, and it's funny because today's episode, we are not like normally we're dressed to the T, and today it's
Oh,
like you got your hair in a bun.
I
I've got
know.
this t-shirt that says coffee, contracts, and cocktails, hashtag realtor. So
Yeah.
it just shows you what a freaking day we've had. And yeah,
Well,
and then
that's
I'm
how
in
you feel
shorts.
at the end of a week, right? Like literally
Yeah,
like somebody just like take over because
take
whatever. And
over.
what people don't realize is like the week is crazy, but weekends are crazier. However,
Yeah,
it is a holiday weekend for most people in the nation. A lot of people still that don't celebrate Easter. But for the majority, I think it's a holiday weekend. And so I think hopefully we'll have like a low key weekend. What are you doing this weekend?
well, first of all, I just burped, so excuse
I
me.
was gonna say, did you just burp? Nobody would have ever known if you didn't do the.
Um, so I'm actually doing a showing on Saturday and Sunday for a property that I have listed in my neighborhood, so it's okay because it's close by. But yeah,
Yes,
I'm trying to
yes,
get
sell it.
things ready for my kids for Easter because we do celebrate Easter, and they're much older, so it's like, what do you do with older kids and keep the fun alive? So we've
The
um
excitement.
scheduled what are they called? What is it called, Shasta?
Scavenger
An
hunt?
escape room. An escape
Oh,
room on
yay!
Sunday.
Oh my God, and your kids love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Which
and
one
they're
did we
so good at
schedule,
it.
Shasta? Do you remember the name? We did do the pirate one. So it's like a pirate themed escape room in Orlando that we're going to. It's called the place is called Escapeology. It was the one that we went to for the Shasta's birthday, and they did the Scooby Doo one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was so much fun. And
Yeah.
escape rooms are fun. They're like,
Well,
there's
it
something
was
for
fun
like the
for
whole
me and you
family.
because we got to stay on the limo bus
Oh
and
my,
dance,
oh, that's true. But we
and the
went to
and the pizza
one.
man.
Oh, we went to one for your birthday too. We went to, what was it, the Speakeasy? No,
Yeah, well, we
no.
did a speakeasy for my birthday, but we did one in Moab, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in Moab?
Yeah.
With
Oh,
all the
that was the
kids
one
and the
I'm
whole
thinking about.
family.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
one I'm thinking about. That was a lot of fun. That was a
Yeah.
ton of fun.
I love
That's so
those, but
cool.
really like if you
So I'm
think about it,
hoping that the
um
weather's decent here on Sunday, um, because I'll take my kids golfing. Like the golf course
oh,
is
will
like
you?
right there and they love it. So I'm hoping that
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be like in the 40s and sun shining. So that's golf weather here in April.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll do that. But I found some fun games because we both have young adults, teenagers that are in that our families. So I found some really fun Easter games on TikTok, like scavenger hunts. But they're
I stole the one you showed me.
yes.
I'm gonna
So
do that.
I wonder if we could somehow post a link on this podcast to it or how to get
Yeah,
to it.
I totally can. I could put a
Because
link like at the bottom.
it is like one of those where it's like for the whole family and the
Yeah.
prizes based on age level or whatever, but like you could do anybody could do it.
Yeah.
So that and then my kids, so we don't color Easter eggs. We stopped doing that like a few years ago, but we have a rock garden at our house. So we go to the lake and we collect rocks. All the kids collect rocks and then we paint them. We have an
Oh,
evening of just painting rocks with acrylic paint so it stays on for a very long time and we put them in our rock garden and it's pretty cool. So if their kids have boyfriends or girlfriends, they come over and it's just kind of like we order pizza. So we'll do that either tonight or tomorrow night. I think they're all at the lake right now collecting rocks because I've been running like crazy today. But that's the joy of having young kids that can drive to take the little kids out and collect the rocks. So,
yes.
yeah, it'll be a
Yes.
fun weekend.
Good.
It's it'll
Good.
be yeah, it'll be decent.
Pizza sounds fantastic and easy and not like hard to
Es-
do. So
Especially on a
that's like my
Friday, right?
go-to. Yes,
Yeah, I'm over
absolutely on a
cooking. I cook.
Friday.
I actually had a record. I actually cooked 3 days this week, and my family was shocked, but it was the best. And then I'm like, okay, well, it's leftovers for the rest of the week plus Easter, plus pizza, and then Easter. So I'm really going out on the limb here. You're gonna die. I am cooking prime rib on Sunday. I know, right? I know. Okay, so I should go and get it and show you. Come in. Who's that?
Who's that?
Trisha's here.
Is that Trisha?
She wanted to join the whole time. She was just really
Trisha,
shocked.
I knew you wanted to join. Come on then.
Oh my God, I don't care. Come in.
Come sit down, Trish.
Yeah, come sit down. I only have one chair. Go get a bar stool.
I don't need to be on your podcast.
Just get in and sit and
You
smile.
already are.
Yeah, too late. You're already on. I already introduced you.
Yeah,
Trish to the
so
back.
bye.
You can actually leave that door open. So I'm not lying. A 5 pounds. So take a 5 pound weight out of your gym and hold it in your hand. Okay, so a 5 pound prime rib.
Wow.
$95.
Holy
Almost $100 freaking dollars for 5 pounds
for
of prime
5
rib.
pounds.
And
wow.
I've never cooked it before, so this is going to be like a experiment, like $100 for
Don't screw it up.
I'm like,
$100
I don't care if I do, my kids are eating it. I'm shoving it down their throats. I'm going to be like, this is the best food you've ever had. It's like, yeah. So, yeah. I couldn't believe it, though.
That's
I was
a lot.
oh my, it was like $17.99 a pound. It was nuts. And
that
literally
is
like 5 pounds of prime rib is like this. So
yeah, it's not much. Like, it goes quickly.
It's stupid.
That's
so
crazy.
we'll do that, and then.
So I want to get into the NAR stuff with you, because that has been like the topic all over Facebook. It's been the topic all over Instagram, the news, and everything. So I just want to get into it with you because I am dying over some of the comments that people are saying about real estate agents and their commission. Well, one in particular that has me cracking up. Somebody wrote that like real estate agents make too much, that they should just, instead of being paid commission, they should just be paid hourly. I was like, yes!
Seriously. Oh my God. So, and actually I had
hourly over commission any day of the week. Just like some of these clients, man, they have you running around 7 days a week, 6-7 hours at a time,
right.
And
here's the thing, like,
would be amazing.
So it was I had a really great conversation with my buyer today. I had an hour drive doctor's appointment today, so he needed me to call him back, so I called him. He's actually on a contract with a house right now, but we had a great conversation because, he made a joke and he's like, yeah, because all you realtors do is try to steal things from people, or you're unloyal or whatever. So I was like, I know, we totally are. And I go, the funny part is you guys are going to start paying us hourly. And now this particular person, for 4 weeks in a row, maybe, I'm going to say 100 hours easy put into it.
Yeah.
And we landed him a house. I go, so you guys are going to start paying us hourly. Like, that's really going to be cool. He goes, what? I go, yeah, because that's what people think we should do. Like, he goes, well, and I go, and right now, like, everything's negotiable. The percentages are, and everything's already rolled in to all the things. So, like,
yeah.
So the whole thing is NAR is saying that they don't want the sellers to offer brokers compensation, or the buyer's brokers compensation anymore. Yeah. They're saying that the buyer should be able to negotiate that. It's not fair that the sellers are doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay. What they're not saying is that commission has always been negotiable. So like yes, it's always been presented on the seller's side. Yeah. However, what they're not saying is that with the seller offering the buyer's broker's compensation, is that is allowing buyers from all kinds of walk to come in and view their home. all
Yeah.
kinds of offers and amounts, and it's that itself, that the sellers are offering brokers compensation, is driving the housing market up. It's not the realtors
Yeah.
driving the housing market up, or what do they call it, fixing prices or whatever they want to
Yeah.
call it.
Price
It is
fixing. Yeah.
yeah. Now if you go into so let's just say for sale by owners, for instance, right?
Yeah.
For sale by owners, 90%, 99% of for sale by owners are for sale by owners because they don't want to pay a realtor to list their house.
Right.
So I don't know about you, but in my past years of my career, when I go to approach a for sale by owner and ask them, are you willing to pay buyers, brokers compensation? They'll say yes. We just
Yeah.
didn't want to pay the full 6%, but we'll pay you 3% to bring me a buyer. But what they don't
Yeah.
realize is, okay, so they might be saving $6,000 by not hiring a listing agent, but what they don't realize is they're losing 12,000.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, 'cause
minimizing
they're
the traffic.
underpriced.
Yes, they're minimizing the traffic that goes through their house
Yeah.
because they're so worried about saving money. Like, so it really frustrates me how the news is portraying realtors right now, and
Yeah.
obviously I've been bombarded with questions. I'm sure you have
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
They don't give the whole story. And you know,
No.
my
It's the news.
it's the
It's
news,
the
and
news.
my
Do they ever give the whole story? Like, when has the
no.
news ever been 100% truthful?
Well,
Show
and I
me. Show me one channel.
Exactly. Well, and I told my buyer today, I go, it's like COVID all over again. Literally, it's
Yeah.
COVID all over again, but with realtors this time. Like I
Yeah.
go, I can't wait for election season for it to be somebody's sleeping with somebody else in the freaking Congress. Like,
Yeah.
and then realtors
Yeah.
will be out of the spotlight. But,
Yeah.
it's so he's like, well, I just feel bad for like you guys, like the hard workers, the loyal ones, the da da da.
Yeah.
And I go, well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the buyers to lock into buyer agency, right? So they're trying to get the buyers
Yeah.
to commit, which is going to, when you have the realtors that are just like hobbyists that maybe sell one house a year and maybe come across a buyer and whatever and get them locked in this contract, who really don't know the market, don't know the laws, don't know the ways to present a strong offer, it's going to screw these buyers because they're locked in to an agent. And I don't know how this contract's going to look. I don't know anything because there's so many unanswered questions of what's going to go down. But it's unfair. It's really unfair, and honestly, I think it's unethical for how they're trying to like push things.
Yeah.
But what you're going to
Well,
see.
the other
Go ahead.
option is too that buyers are going to be unrepresented, right? And so
So
because
that
they're going to
came
be
up.
that's going to be terrifying for them. Like,
Well,
they have,
and
it's insane.
Well, and
It's
it's how
insane.
so yes, it's crazy. And so I told my buyer, and I've told all my people that I work with, I'm not worried about my job. I'm not worried about
No,
my
I'm
job
not.
at
Yeah.
all because I know how I do my job.
Yeah.
I'll still survive because I'm honest, I'm hardworking, and I'll explain the whole situation and the pros and cons about all the things. If
Yeah.
you have a buyer who refuses to sign a buyer's representation thing, that's their choice. That's totally fine. Whatever.
Yeah,
But you need
but
to let
now
them-
we won't be allowed to show them a home if they don't sign. We can't
Correct.
legally. We can't show the home unless we have a signed document. Is what's going to happen.
Correct. But they also need to understand. So, and how I presented it to one of my buyers today was, okay, you don't have to sign a contract because you're scared to be locked into somebody. So you as a buyer are most likely going to go to the listing agent
Correct.
to want to see the house. Now, what you have to keep in mind is that listing agent already has a signed contract with the seller to represent them in the best interest of them and do what's best for them. So their fiduciary duty to you is wiped out. They have
Okay,
no...
Right. I have a question though, because this is where it gets tricky. So let's say this buyer wants to see that house, so he goes to the listing agent. Then he has to sign a contract with that listing agent so that he can see the house. Now they have an agreement, but then let's say that buyer doesn't like the house and now he wants to go see the one around the corner for sale. Now that agent has to take them because they have a contract. So,
Right. Well, they
and
don't,
now he's stuck with somebody.
and see, these are all the unanswered questions that nobody knows.
Right.
I believe if it's the listing agent, the buyer is able to view the home without signing a buyer's contract.
Broker's
I'm not
agreement.
100% sure.
Yeah.
But these are the things that are going to...
These are all hypotheticals that are going to happen.
Right. And there literally is going to be, there's so many questions, and that's why they haven't settled yet. And I don't know if things are going to change once. Let me let her out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know if things are going to change, but I think they settled this with so many unanswered questions that everybody has questions, and it's so... The real estate world and what we do as agents and how we represent buyers and how we represent sellers and how we talk to people, it's so complex. There's so much that goes into it. And you know, the sad part really is the free will. Like, okay, so when I talk to a buyer, you know, a floor time lead or whatever, you know, we obviously get the agency disclosure signed. This is my duty to you. This is whatever. We get the fair housing sign. That's what we do. I'm never worried about losing a buyer because if I lose a buyer, I typically believe it's not because of something I said or something I did, because I know how hard I work for my people. I believe it might be like a personality difference. Maybe I know I'm not fit for everyone. And, you know, I might get a floor time lead and these people are desperate for a house and they have to sign this buyer's agency with me. And now we're not clicking. We're not gelling. We're not like whatever. These poor people who still are looking for their dream house or still want this dream to come true are limited now. It's not fair. It's not fair to them.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, and even the whole like, you know, we can't put prices in the or we can't put compensation in the MLS. Like, that's going to be a huge thing too. And they're like, well, we're not going to be.
No, Trish was here.
Yeah, she came in and said hi. Yeah, I'm on my podcast, so. But they're going to come in and it's going to be.
Your house is happening tonight. Like, it's like a party up in there. Okay. I don't know how many times I've seen that door open.
Welcome to my life on Friday, okay? Because it's like, whatever. Hey,
Love
this
you.
is unscripted. This
great.
is my world, okay? We're not even lying now. 6 kids, best friend, husband, dogs, chickens. Like, it's just a world right now. It's like, whatever.
World. Yeah.
But no.
You see that this is like reality of real estate agents. Like, we don't live in mansions. We don't have like all this exclusive technology. I mean, we're doing podcasts in our house, but we're working our butt off. We're women, we're mothers, we're sisters, and we're working our butt off, and we're literally being attacked by all this fake
all
news.
Angles.
And it's just,
oh my God. And
so
we are literally around the clock. But here's the thing, Dawn, and I say this to everybody, and maybe I'm just like weird, but like, I'm not scared of the fake news because I feel like the people that know me will vouch for me. And I feel like the way I do my business anyways is going to show people to what it's really about. It's not the, you know, like, okay, so, and maybe I'm going to get some thumbs down on this comment, but like COVID. How you look at it.
Okay, we can't be scared of thumbs downs anymore.
No, I know.
This is life.
I think a thumbs down on the new the new emoji thing. Isn't it like balloons or something? Or no, that's a peace sign.
Oh yeah.
Never mind.
That's a peace sign.
Okay. But like, so people are going to have their own mindset. You're always going to have, before this whole thing even happened, you had realtor haters. People who thought realtors were just crazy, out for the money, didn't understand the job. And then you have your loyal people that are like, oh my God, I don't know what I would do without my realtor. Like, I need them. And I feel like now more than ever, realtors' jobs are so important. But what's going to happen is it comes down to us as realtors to tell them why. Tell them why.
Why?
Tell, the protecting, the this, you think you're saving money, but you're not. You're going to, whatever. And the, shoot, I just lost my train of thought.
But you're right. It comes down to just, I think that the realtors that don't work as hard too are going to kind of be weeded out of this market as well. So I do see some good and some light coming to this. But I do see a lot of people are going to try and chance it without a realtor and learn a really tough lesson. Yes. And that might be a good thing too, because then they're going to realize, oh my gosh, okay, it's not as easy as it looks. It's not, we are writing, not only do we just do it's not just opening doors, right? Like we have to coordinate the schedule. We have to open the doors. We have to then pull all the disclosures. We have to go through the reports. We have to check the title commitments. We have to make sure that the contracts are written correctly. Then, we have to schedule the inspections and then go through the inspections with them. Then,
even before all of that, and even before all of that, like you're pulling comps for your buyers to make sure that the house that they're buying is listed correctly, so they're not getting screwed on taxes and over their head when they buy it. And if they decide to sell in 2 years, they're not going to lose their ass. There's so much that goes into it, and and I've seen it with for sale by owners. I've had for sale by owners approach me after having their house on the market for 6 months and it not selling, and as realtors, we're selling houses overnight, coming to them. And sometimes it's all about just the education. I think realtors have had a bad rap for so long, and I don't know why, but it's going to come down to educating all across. And you're going to find
educating the public. Yeah.
Yes. And you're going to find that and I don't want to make this sound rude or whatever, because I appreciate realtors all across the board. And I know we all work our asses off, but you're going to see the weak ones fall, or the hobbyist ones fall, the ones that sell 1 or 2 houses a year, because it's going to be too much work to keep going. And you're going to find buyers that if they're going to have to pay buyer's commission or sign a contract with buyers, they're going to want a strong, hardworking, loyal agent. They're going to want one that they know can get a job done, that can do, so your hard work is going to finally pay off. And back to hourly rate, I think I told you this morning, this couple that I had been showing houses for like 6 months, and I'm telling you, driving all around the state for them, finally get them under contract. And these people, it was probably 20 hours a week for probably 6 months, pulled out of the deal this morning. We had a contract signed, whatever, had already gotten attorney approval, whatever, pulled out this morning because they got cold feet. And I don't blame them. Like, it's fine. But how these poor buyers, okay, they got cold feet because of repairs that were going to happen, closing costs, all of this. Now, can you imagine if these poor people had to come in and pay me hourly on top of that? Like that, and still not have a house? Like, how is that even right? It's not right.
That's crazy. So I've been watching TikTok on some of these things, and I wanted to run an idea across you. And I know you're gonna find the flaw in this, but I'm just excited to tell you.
Okay, can't wait. I can't wait.
So it's a guy. He pops onto the TikTok, and he's totally anti-realtor, and he says realtors are going to be replaced, and this is how they're going to be replaced. They're going to invent an app, and in this app, you can schedule your houses, you can go see the houses, you can write your contract, you can do the negotiating back and forth with the seller, and you just fill in, the fill as contract. Okay, so number one, you schedule your showing. You show up to this person's house
by yourself.
By yourself.
Okay.
And they leave the house so that you can go look through their house.
Oh my God.
You're not pre-qualified. You're a thief in the night.
Yeah, you're a thief in the night, and you're negotiating with the seller who wants to sell their house for top freaking dollar. Or if the seller's not very smart, they're going to give their house away for below market. Like, you cannot. This makes me crazy.
And then
And guess what? You are going to have people that invent these apps, and they're going to think it's so
That's-
cool.
But wait, it gets funnier. So you're filling out your contract, you put your inspection period in, you put your loan commitment in, and you put like, I don't know, maybe you add an addendum in there for
Replacing the
an
floors.
HOA. Yeah, replacing the floors. You accidentally miss your inspection period, and you forgot that you were supposed to schedule your inspection.
Oh my
So
God.
this guy's, he's so serious. I wish I could play it for you. He's like talking through like, this app is going to be amazing. Well, this other realtor pops up, up like me, literally,
Yeah.
like
We should do a
like
side by
dying.
side, like seriously,
Like-
on one of those.
like I know, like dying. He's like, okay, so what happens if the seller accepts your offer, but they didn't see that the offer was contingent upon the sale of your house, or like they didn't go through the contract well enough to see, like, some of the contingencies that you wanted 6% in financing back due to you, because it was written
Yeah.
all the way at the bottom in this fine little print. And now you're screwed because you're locked into a contract and you thought it was this, but you didn't see all the addendums and the
Or how
contingencies.
Yeah, or how about so everything runs smoothly, and then the bank comes out to appraise the house, and now the bank's going to the buyer. Well, we need the roof inspected, we need the plumbing inspected because we think we saw this leak. Oh, crap, drop my ear thing.
Not my ear.
Oh, should I pull it out again? Okay, it's freaking Friday. I'm sorry.
At all. Then what? Then
can you
where
hear
are the
me?
buyers and sellers? Yeah, I can hear you. At all. Then what?
Hold-
Where are the buyers and sellers? Yeah, I can. Oh yeah, you need to
No,
reconnect.
I'm not even in my hair.
Oh yeah, you need to reconnect.
Okay, hold on, I gotta reconnect. Okay, because I had something good to say.
Okay, I know you do. Okay, you got. There's an echo.
Can
now,
you hear
so
me?
You have to reconnect.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Is that good?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
no? Okay.
I can.
Okay, so, and I'm talking from an experience that just happened to me. So appraisal goes out and appraises your house, and they're not sure about the roof, so they're asking for a roof inspector and they want quotes, and then they want the plumbing checked, and they want to make sure that it's a double wide. They want to make sure that the blah, blah, blah have been the tongue and,
Groove. Tongue and groove. I don't know.
The tornado straps are in there and all the stuff.
Okay.
So, like, all the stuff. Now, as a buyer,
Maybe it'll be in the app.
seriously, as a buyer, they're going, well, who the hell do I call for that? Who the hell do I call for that? The appraiser called me, the lender called me, and they're like, hey, Sarah, we need this and this. I had everybody out there same day getting those documents and reports for me, emailed, scanned to the lender, all in 24 hours. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen.
I don't see an app ever taking over the real estate industry.
No.
It just won't. I mean, there's
only
just too
people
many things that can go wrong. And then if something goes wrong, who do you sue? The app maker?
Right.
The people who made the app?
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The people that are saying that type of stuff, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but are people that think they know everything about our industry that have never been in our industry. Guess what? You own 10 houses. Good for fucking you. You have never been a realtor. You have never. So you know about market value and you know about investments. That's fantastic. Pat yourself on the back. You have not been in and out with attorneys and lenders and buyers from all walks of life or whatever.
Yeah.
You can go buy a house for a cash deal. That's great. But when you actually go to sell it and have to deal with it, like, it's a different world. It's a different story. So the people that think that we can be replaced by apps are people that have never really been in the industry. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Yeah. I don't see it happening.
And it's true. And you know what? Honestly, real estate industry is about service, right? It's a service that you should absolutely use if you can afford it, because it will save you in the long run. Yep. It will save you a ton of headaches, save you a ton of money. And if anything goes wrong, real estate agents are insured, unlike an app or yourself or the seller, if you're just trying to navigate through those routes. So it's a service, and you're making the biggest financial decision of your life. You should absolutely use that service.
Absolutely.
And you have to. And it's all negotiable. And it's just crazy how everybody feels like...
And if it's going to be an app, I guarantee it's not going to be a free one. So what are you willing to spend, first of all? But and going back real quick too, and this was kind of a conversation I had with one of my buyers too, like to the hourly rate. Like my job right now, not on hourly rate, paid at the end of closing on one transaction. My job, my passion, we build this relationship with our people. And my job is to get the best house, the most perfect house for you and your family in the least amount of time, the best home, simple as possible, stress-free as possible for you guys. Let me carry all the stress. Let me take care of you. Let me get you in. Let me just make your dreams come true. You go to an hourly rate, you're going to have some of those unethical people that like to call themselves realtors dragging out the process, causing more situations. I can already see it happening. Final walkthrough, right? Hours before closing, causing a big deal. Why not get an extra 10 hours of pay because you're getting paid hourly? And
it's true. You got to think of everything when
it's not. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this pans out. All I can say
we're saying no on hourly rate. That's not going to be good for anybody. We're saying no on the app. Now I have a third scenario for you that everybody's bringing up, okay?
Okay.
They're saying just cut the realtors out of it and only hire attorneys. Well, I watched an attorney discuss this process, and she said, can you guess what this attorney said? Take a wild guess what she said about that.
Hell no?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did she?
You couldn't afford it because no attorney is going to go open a door for you. Every time you need a contract called written, you'll be charged. Every time you need a phone call, you'll be charged. If there's something that happens with inspection,
because you're on your phone.
So she said that attorneys will absolutely not take over the industry, not because they don't want to make money, but because it would literally drain the buyers and sellers' bank accounts. They wouldn't be able to afford an attorney for every
how does that
every
even
time.
make sense?
How many offers?
I had one client who wrote up 12 offers and they all got denied.
Right.
You know, in this market, that
an attorney will charge around $1,000 for each contract.
Yeah.
So that would have been $6,000 right there.
Yep. It's not even right. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. So that's out. I just feel like
so no app, no hourly, no
attorney. No.
So guess where's my balloons?
I don't get balloons. I'm on my computer. Yeah, sorry, not sorry, but we're here for a while.
Coffee, cocktails, and contracts.
And realtors, here we are.
Realtors, here we go.
Yeah, no, so we're here for a while. Nope, and this whole change, it's going to be same but different but same. And it's going to come down to communicating. It's going to come down to realtors being confident, knowing what they're talking about, doing your homework. If you're a realtor and you're watching this, learn everything you can right now about all the things. Like do your homework, listen to different people, numerous people talk about the same thing because you're going to get something different from all of them. And it's just we're going to be fine.
I think too. Yeah, we are. And I just think we just have to, like you said, educate people and let the noise kind of die down. Because right now it's just all the excitement. It's something to talk about. The news, people get bored in their everyday life. So let's blast something. And usually positive news doesn't get really as good, hype as the negative news. So it is what it is. And next week we'll be talking about something else. But yeah, so I was just interested to pull that up today and see your thoughts on those 3 processes that could have been an option, but none of them are really no good. Although if you're watching this and you have another option in your mind and you want to share it with us, listen, we'll pick through it. We're totally open to anything,
Yes, ask us questions.
I love it.
Get us questions. Yes, because we're going to go live here in a few weeks, and so follow us so we're going to go live on TikTok.
Follow us and see what it is to be a real estate mom.
Oh
what
God,
it takes
You've already seen my crew in and out, dogs. It's all good. So awesome. Now it's time for the real happy hour. So I'm going to let everybody go. It's Friday. We'll be
All
back
right.
next
Thank
week.
you, Sarah.
Yes,
Thank you, everybody, for
awesome.
watching.
Yes, have a good weekend, everybody.
Wish I could make
Bye.
the balloons come up
Oh yeah,
again.
make the balloons go. Bye. I gotta do.